This is good.
Oh, yes. That's on the talking points, too.
Oh my God, are you guys wearing specific outfits? Was I supposed to?
No.
Well, no, you're Brae the Fallen.
You
so
are
we're
Brae
just
the
in-
Fallen.
Okay,
We're
I wore the
we're in
merch
brand. Yeah.
specifically for you, Daddy. And I'm the responsible, even though my sister's 11 years older than me, I'm the responsible one.
Or when did that start?
That started when I realized that nobody else was gonna look out for me if I didn't.
How old were you when that happened for you?
Probably, I mean, I've been on my own. I've been paying my own bills since 14.
Oh my goodness.
I kind of figured it out pretty early in life and then like made a bunch of mistakes in my early 20s and now I'm 30 and it's all finally settled in, all the life lessons that I got bumped around and knocked around to figure out. Like,
Well, I could tell. You're definitely rich in the community that you've built. From what I've gathered, I've seen your
Everywhere.
trans amazing
Everyone's like,
community.
oh, Brae the Fallen? Oh, yes. Yeah. I know her from when she saved the cat out of the tree that one time. And I'm like, right.
and I've always done that.
Right,
you
and
know,
you've got-
and I've always done
you've
that.
always
I've
done
always
that,
saved
right.
cats out of trees.
Right.
So, a more formal intro. Welcome to Masc for Mascara. I am one of your co-hosts, Dr. Viola Voilà, joined by...
Koda Mehalba.
And our special guest, Brae the Fallen.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me and ignoring me. My hands are dry. I'm gonna
Lather
You know what
up.
I mean? I'm gonna
I was a
lather
little
up when
dry
we do
too,
this.
but I think I just got it everywhere.
Girl, it's getting into the summer, okay?
Is yours also green?
Wait, my what?
Your lotion.
No. It's purple. You
She's
know
like,
what
I got it everywhere. My lotion. That's
Everywhere.
green.
My lotion.
So, Brae the Fallen, when I was researching your name, Brae the Fallen, help me pronounce, Atlisse Edwards?
Oh, so my middle name it's pronounced Atlisse.
Atlisse.
Yes, so it is, it's like the feminine version of Greek Atlas. But there are people who pronounce it Atlisse. And because I couldn't decide on a middle name, I kind of picked something that was feminine but androgynous and ambiguous. So I kind of just let people say it however, and nobody ever says my middle name, so I figure it's like, as long as I like it, and I think, funny enough, I really wanted my initials to be BAE, Bae, and so
That's so cute. Cutesy with the little puffs
You
and
know.
with the name.
Thank you.
So, your sleep paralysis demon's favorite wet dream.
Yes, that's me.
Explain that description of yourself.
Oh my God. Okay, so something that I don't talk about as much because I haven't struggled with it in a long time, but for the first like 19, 20 years of my life, I struggled with chronic sleep paralysis and night terrors.
Damn.
Like waking up, I used to sleepwalk. I used to wake up like screaming, kicking. I had bars on the side of my bed until I was 12 or
What's the
11.
most vivid story you have of that time?
I actually have a memory, and I tell people I was bit by a demon. Like, I believe I do because I have a scar where I had this dream, and it was not there before. Anyways, so I had a dream that I was in my little bed, and like the walls came up on both sides, and I had a headboard and a footboard. So I was essentially like in a cage, you know what I mean?
How old were you?
I was maybe like 5
Okay, yeah.
or 4. I was not in one of the little, like, I wasn't in one of the toddler beds that
Yeah,
you
like a
like,
pull-down
you know,
crib,
Yeah, but I
situation.
was in like a small bed that had like a gate. You
Yeah.
know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5, somewhere in there. And a demon head, like an Oni face, came, like molded itself out of the footboard of my bed.
I just got
and
chills.
Grabbed me and bit my leg and like was basically pulling me. Have you ever seen Don't Look Under the Bed? Like the Disney movie about the boogeyman?
I feel like I have.
It was like that, like where they were trying to pull me under the bed. And I woke up and like jumped over my bed gates and almost tipped my bed over, and like that's the most vivid one. But I used to have a recurring one that would happen often that I also remember. It doesn't terrify me the way that specific memory does, and I have a scar on my leg. I'll show it to you later.
Yeah, we need to get a capture
It's
of
weird.
that
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, we got the Tootsie Cam, and then we got the,
Tootsie Cam.
the Demon Cam. Wait,
the toots.
Shushan.
The toots. Don't forget
What
the
did we call
toots.
it earlier? What was
Describe my look or Brae's?
Oh.
Would
Right,
you
right.
like to describe yours first, Brae?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I got this from our lovely Koda. And I actually didn't know. Is this for your show or is this just
No,
something
it's
you
just
made?
I made him
You
because
just made this?
as a short king, I feel as though it's our time. It's our
And
season.
let me say this
so-
straight to the camera. Protect and fuck short kings.
Yes!
They need more love. Okay? It's Short King Spring 365 over here. I don't.
true,
I say
yeah.
that as I date the tallest T-boy in all of
I
Boston.
know.
But like,
When I met Alex, I was like, "There's no way this man is trans because he's too tall to be trans." Like all of the trans men that I've met, I'm like, "Oh, thank God we can finally make eye contact with one another." And then I saw Alex, and I was like, "There's no way." Like, right.
Yeah. And you know what? It's really funny because he actually has an issue of passing too much. And
Wait.
like,
An issue, explain.
so like he is cursed and blessed by passing, and I host, organize, participate in as many trans events as I can get my little piggies into.
Right, yeah.
And so often we'll be hanging out with other drag performers, people in the community or whatever, and like
Then they're
there's
like,
just
"Who the hell is
Yeah.
this cis man?"
Let
Yeah,
in this sis.
Yeah, who let you in?
literally
And he's like,
we were hanging out with Stabitha Christie at Stabitha Christie, shout out. We were hanging out with them and I was like, "Oh yeah, me and Alex do our shots together." And Stabitha was like, "Is
Shots of,
Alex
like, what,
trans?"
Emmy? Like-
Yeah. And then she was like, "Is Alex trans?" And I was like, "Yes, Alex is trans. I am so T for T. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
T for T, explain that too for our listeners.
T for T is trans for trans, and that is because so many times in the trans community, it can just be so much easier to connect with someone where you don't have to baseline explain who the fuck you are as a person. I know that we're talking about poly stuff later, and Alex and I just recently started.
We could bring it up now.
Actively dating. We can circle back. I mean,
We were
still
talking
have
about
to
your
talk-
outfit.
Right, we're talking
for
about
our
the outfits. I'm
listeners.
sorry.
Describe
I
what the
mean,
top looks like.
I'm sorry. I got distracted by a short king. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, because you took Koda's purple shirt that says Short King.
Yes, I took Short King Spring. It's Short King Spring 365 over here. And then I wore a skirt because, and I'm gonna stand up for this.
It's cute. It's pleated.
I got new tattoos the other day.
Whoa! What kind of flowers? are
They're
those?
tiger lilies.
Tiger
Yes,
lilies?
I got them done by @ThrobZombie. You know. Yes.
"Oh wow."
Another
Otherwise
drag
known as-
artist. Yes.
Otherwise known as Bat Tat on Instagram. And I love them. They were also on season. Oh my God, I'm gonna forget 5 of Dragula.
You would know better than
I think
me.
it's season 5.
I watched it once.
I'm pretty sure.
So explain why tiger lilies for your new tat.
So I actually am in. So all my tattoos are either like symbols or flowers. So I kind of have like just random symbols tattooed all over me.
I love a symbol, a Fibonacci sequence. What are your
Yes.
symbols?
So this is called a triskel. This is called an unalome, and they're different cultures and different symbols, but they kind of represent similar things. This is a Zen Buddhist symbol that it's a perfect incomplete circle that represents the interconnectedness of all things. And this represents like life, death, rebirth, the Trinity, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
the 3 pillars of life, and like past, present, future, whatever. And just kind of reminding me to live in the moment, you know what I mean? And then this is a Buddhist symbol called an unalome, and it's like taking the twists and turns of life because growth isn't always a straightforward path. Sometimes you got to take a step back to move forward. And then the big spiral represents like finding nirvana. And then I have a lotus and a sun, and I have my birth sign. It's a centaur and a moon because I'm a Sagittarius. And then I'm getting flowers put over me because Throb did this flower and he did this one. And I am kind of trying to create almost like magic symbols in the leaves, you know what I mean? Like tiger lilies, well, stargazer lilies are my favorite flowers, but tiger lilies I think have better like coloring and petal shapes for what I wanted here.
Yeah, that's right.
The stargazer lilies are a little bit more like broad and the tiger lilies are a bit more like spindly and petally, and so I really like them. I wanted something that curved around my knees, and yeah.
And I know tattoos are addictive because as soon as I got my one, I had to give myself another. And now I was like, okay, I need to save a pot of money. I need to bury it in the yard so I never touch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Do you have any tattoos?
Yeah, I have Oris on my back elbow here.
Oh my gosh. So this
Yeah.
is like a different version of an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
I love.
That's why I was like, okay, love that.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
have up here, I have a succulent. Just because I was like, they're really resilient, and I love flowers and plants and stuff.
Yes.
I do have a stupid little ghost tattoo on my ankle.
Stupid little ghost.
Because it was fun, and we were in New York, and they were like, what, $50?
A flash
I was like,
tattoo,
yeah, it was a flash tattoo. And I was like, okay. But like every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's just like silly and fun and whatever.
Yeah. Thank goodness I don't live in Salem where they have flashes all the time. Like I would be tatted up with silly little ghosts everywhere.
I know.
I'm telling
So
you.
Brae, where are you coming from today? Because I know you drove.
Yes, I drive literally everywhere. I bought my car in October with 2,500 miles, and today I have 14,248 miles of my car.
Oh my goodness,
it's
she's
an
working.
issue.
She's driving around the
I'm
world.
driving everywhere. This will be my third oil change since I got this
Damn.
car. I'm so mad.
She's a thirsty girl.
Yeah, girl, child.
We're still talking about the car.
The
Right.
car.
Yes,
Don't worry.
okay.
Right.
I live in Taunton. I mostly work in Boston, and that is because,
That's where the money is.
maybe one day Raft will pick my name out of that list, and I can afford to live in Boston. But until that day, I'll live in Taunton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Valid.
and drive.
Yeah.
You guys still have to describe your outfits.
That's so true. You have to describe your outfit. You basically built my outfit. So.
Yes, I bought it on House of Bezos.
House of Bezos.
But the
Tomato, tomato.
halo is custom.
Fantastic. Which is over a Sammy Ray and the Friends hat. Because,
Oh,
I mean, that's my brand.
So Koda is in this stunning House of Bezos white feathered wing ensemble.
Ethically sourced, plastically made.
An
You know,
ostrich feather light up halo, which we've yet to see it light up,
Right.
but it does light up.
Wow.
Perfect.
So if you want some twinkle twinkle on that little head of yours.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Right.
Sprinkle,
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And then because Brae the Fallen is Boston sleep paralysis demon's favorite wet dream, I had to come today as a demon.
Naturally.
And
the
I
mask for
always-
mascara of it all is that you're the demon and I'm the angel, which is
Oh my God! Wait, I get it.
We're in.
What does that make you, Brae, in the middle? Like a sandwich? What kind of
So actually, that's like
Brace
that's
sandwich.
the whole point of my drag persona. I used to have sleep paralysis like really really bad and night terrors, and about 2 years ago I was working in Rhode Island more because I was Rhode Island based. And I went through some really, really crazy things all at the same time. And I kind of had a bit of like a fall from grace. And because I was like one of the headlining queens, basically. And then like I went through my own personal things, which leaked into career and work and whatever. And I fell from grace. I moved to West Virginia for like 8 months.
Do you have family there? Friends?
Yeah, I do have family. We're not related by blood, but that's my family.
Yeah, chosen family.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's my sister, her husband, my brother-in-law, and my nephew. Shout out Courtney, Hunter, and Richard. Love you guys. And so I stayed with them for 8 months. I kind of like sat my ass down for a bit because I mean, you guys see how much I work now.
Workhorse queen.
I you know what's crazy? I work more now, but I was so much more overwhelmed, and I think so. I used to go by Black Brandy, which
Yes, Black Brandy's on my talking points.
this
Who is
perfect.
she?
Look, I took a look. I'm stringing them all together. So I used to work as Black Brandy, and I was a drag queen. The pads, the full wigs, a slightly different makeup. At Black Brandy Drag, if you want to go have a jump scare. And I think, like, looking back on it, I think I was, even though I'm trans and I am a woman, something about doing drag as Black Brandy felt like impersonating someone. Whereas now, like my legal name is Brae now, and my drag name is Brae, and it's Brae the Fallen because it's me like fallen from grace in my more like primal like id brain, you know what I mean? As opposed to like stepping into this character, I feel so much more connected to my art, kind of just like letting my feelings out and being the me that I don't usually express as much when I'm out and about. Alex talks about this all the time. When I'm in drag, I am such a like sexually charged, very forward, very like body confident person. And the moment I'm at home, I'm in a onesie.
Sweats.
My sweats,
Eating spaghetti on the couch.
My hair is in a
which is
bonnet
my
all
performance all the time.
And I am very like not quiet, but I'm much more reserved, and like I really struggle. I'm a very forward person. When I like hit on people, just the other day I was at a show and I saw this really cute T-boy, and I won't shout him out because I'll let him remain anonymous. But I saw him during my number and I took his money and I kissed his hand while I was performing.
So he knows who he is.
Oh no! Wait, it gets better. And then after the show finished, I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to come up and tell you how cute I think you are, and
so the ball's in your
maybe
court.
You wanted to hang out. Like, I was like, do you have a partner?
Drop your ad right now.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I did get his Instagram. We have been talking. So
we bring people together here on
like,
Masc for Mascara.
I can do that in drag. The way I got Alex was I walked right up to him and I pretended like we had met when I was in drag. I didn't know this man.
What was his reaction?
I walked right up and I was like, "Oh my God, it's so good to see you again. How have you been?" Like, and I gave him a hug and I was like, "Oh, you don't remember me, do you? Like, we met when I was in drag. I look way different." And like, I said my dead name, and I was like, "It's Black Brandy in drag, though, you know." And he's like, "Oh, okay, like whatever." But you just gotta lean into it. You know what I mean? You just gotta lean into it. And now we're 2 years strong.
Oh, congrats!
I love it.
It's almost 2 years, but
yeah, so we round up.
that is that's a long, funny story.
Ooh, we could get into it if you want.
We can. We'll go down.
I feel like we need
Yes.
to put like a post-up picture of Alex like right here when all these stories are being told.
We need a little heaven cloud to open up in his cherub little face to be like,
This is my phone background that I keep of him.
so cute. Who's that in his arms?
Some super dainty,
So petite,
tiny little,
gorgeous Brae.
So actually, Alex knows how much I love him picking me up because I do feel very dainty and tiny, and I am in this. That's also part of why I'm getting all the flowers is because I'm a hyper independent person. I'm one of those people where like, and Alex is going to sit at home and know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. If you tell me to do something, absolutely not. If I'm about to walk out the door and I'm going to put my shoes on and you're like, make sure you put your shoes on.
You're going barefoot.
I will
You're hobbiting it out the
worse.
door.
I will sit
C5
on the couch and kick my feet up, take my socks and pants off. Like,
and you're like, actually, I'm not leaving.
Oh, she's getting
actually,
fully
I wasn't
naked.
going anywhere.
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, so I'm very hyper independent. Simultaneously, I am sweet, soft baby.
Right.
I must be cherished. I must be taken care of. I need to be protected at all costs.
Right.
And for me to even lift a finger would be ludicrous, absurd, and
And that's right.
you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Right. Yeah, no, that's so fair.
I very much tiptoe the line of who the fuck are you talking to, and like, Bubby. Can you please?
Bubby. Oh, Bubby.
Yeah, that's my nickname for Alex. I call him Bubba. Bubby.
Bubba?
He's
Or
my
Bubby?
baby.
What's his nickname for you?
Baby.
Baby.
And which I was like, so you're just gonna call me baby? How unoriginal. And he was like, I've actually never called any of my partners baby. And I was like,
You're like, actually, that changes everything.
it changes everything. I'm so glad you get it. Yes.
Bubba, but baby.
It changes everything because I am baby. So a full disclosure for anyone wondering, I am a brat.
Wait,
Yeah,
explain that.
I don't think anyone had any questions about that.
Well,
I have questions. Please
Oh,
explain.
have you
So-
been on Google before? Because I'm just kidding.
Google. What is brat?
So in kink dynamics,
Charlie
you
XCX.
have a dom, you have a sub. Obviously, there's so many more terms than that. We're keeping it nice and simple. You have a dom, you have a sub, and you have a brat, which is a branch of a sub who likes to challenge the power dynamic. It's almost, and a lot of brats kind of tiptoe the line of like CNC, consensual non-consent, where you sort of have to pre-agree to how many times can I push this boundary, because the intention is I'm going to give you a command, or we're going to start a scene and I'm going to say get on your knees, and the intention is I know you're going to say no,
Right.
and now it's my job to, as the dom, to enforce it. So brats really like the power play, and I am a brat.
Well, it makes sense as someone who's incredibly independent that it's like a release of power in that way, where you're like, I'm so independent and taking care of myself all the time. Actually, here's the one time that I feel like is okay for that to be challenged.
Yeah,
like
the only time
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna take power from me is if you take it.
that makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you my phone sex operator voice. I was thinking
We
about
get
Alex.
it.
I'm
You
sorry.
had your surgery. We get it. Politics operator voice. Got it.
What's your booking fee now?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what services you're working. Although I was talking about investing in getting a traveling X-pole so that I can start charging more. Yeah.
Traveling X pole. Explain that.
It's like one of those
like a freestanding
dancing
pole?
stripper
Yeah.
poles.
Yeah, the
but they have a
extendable.
base. Yeah. It's a base, so you can take it and set it up anywhere. It's very safe.
Yes.
Speak of the devil.
Ooh, is it Alex?
Yeah, it is.
Bubba.
His name is
Baby's
Bubba-
here.
Bubba-
His name is Prince Alex in my phone.
Prince
Aw,
Alex.
Yes, and that is because how vulgar can I get on this?
Oh, how
We'll just
vulgar
do-
can we get here?
Okay, yeah. I'll keep it Instagram friendly.
Yes. Yeah.
For those of us who love our trans brothers, and other pronoun identifying trans masks, some of them.
No, go on.
Go on. Tell me more.
No, please.
Some of their water guns. Some of their water guns, okay,
I'm listening.
have more liquid than others.
Oh.
Yeah. Some water guns shoot. Right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm following.
So, we have a set of waterproof pads that we lay down on the bed. And one of
Let's
them
build a fort.
We're going swimming.
One of them, the very first one that we ever used, was like, it's so stupid because it's probably one of those like baby changing pads because it has prints with a bunch of crowns.
I see.
I mean, but baby.
And so
Baby and Prince.
ever since I saw that, he has been Prince Alex in my phone, and
That's so good.
it's like really cute to me because it's a very dirty reference, but at the same time, it's like kind of it's cute.
It is cutesy.
It's cutesy, and I love that I can say it and people are just like, oh, and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, but be squirting.
We be what?
Hero was thinking we were talking about water guns the whole time. Hey,
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's so funny.
I was in the vibe. We were
Yes,
making
we
eye
were.
contact. We were really vibing.
You were catching what I was putting out
right.
there.
And my Wellbutrin, mind you, makes it so that my water guns are desert bone dry. Wellbutrin and Adderall and
Sometimes you just have to find the right mercenary to handle the equipment. Like not.
And you know what? That's so true.
Not
You're
everybody
right.
knows how to take the safety off of their water guns.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tumbleweed is just blowing on by. And
Yeah.
You just gotta pick it up. And,
Sometimes you just need a cowboy to
right.
saddle up.
Right.
Saddle up.
Exactly.
You're
right.
Yeah.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Save a tumbleweed.
Save for tumbleweed.
Save your tumbleweeds.
Save your tumbleweeds. Ride your cowboys.
Yes.
Right.
And prep your water guns. Don't
And
forget to
prep
prep
those
your water
big
guns.
water guns. The shooters.
right.
At least 60% of that was Instagram, TikTok safe.
Right. I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's going up on our
Absolutely.
new TikTok,
Right.
Masc for Mascara Pod.
Woo!
So how would you describe your artistry then from Fallen, from Grace to now Brae The Fallen in Boston?
Brae The Fallen in Boston.
Yeah.
I want that in bright lights.
Yes,
on top of
coming
the theater.
soon.
I see it
Yeah.
over the Wang
I
Theater.
need
I
it.
see it now.
So I very much think that I have created sort of like obviously I wear my horns, you know, which also Alex 3D prints all of my horns.
They
So
are so
cool.
cute. It's like a purple blue ombre today.
They're my trans-colored horns. I used to wear bigger ones, but ever since my hair got so long, I had to size them down because when I'm whipping around, one would just go flying. And
So fair. Yeah.
We love a
Yeah,
little
you
baby,
know,
a baby horn.
look, I think they're so cute. They're like little
They're
chibi
so
horns.
cute,
Like,
and they're custom. Come through Alex.
I know.
know.
So cool.
I am sort of if you read at all into like Satanism, which
Right.
I
And
don't-
we actually do.
yeah.
Yeah, we do, and we reached
you?
out to someone from the Satanic
Oh my
Temple
gosh. Okay.
to interview
So,
here.
so you'll understand kind of what I'm saying in their belief system, in their religious, in their religion, in their text. Satan is not evil.
Yeah.
He is just your wants, your desires, your sins, you know, and that freely, experiencing that freely. So to me, the fallen angel just more represents like, I guess like releasing your inhibitions kind of, and being a bit more selfish and a bit more like present in your wants and needs. And so in my drag, I do what I want. You know what I mean? And that's I do the music that I want. Like I would argue that a lot of the songs that I perform are not really songs that a lot of other people are performing.
What kind of songs?
So like one song that I kind of like really made my breakout career on was Spooky Gucci by Doechii. And I still to this day do that song. And to this day, I've only ever seen 2 queens do that song other than me. And like I do Megan, but I love doing Megan's piano. And nobody ever does that song, but I hit that song so hard. Big ass chain around my neck, so these niggas know I'm rich.
Yes, well, keep going. That was amazing.
But yeah, no, I just really enjoy pushing the envelope, kind of. I think that my goal is I want people to be a little scared, but definitely turned on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely intrigued, and definitely invited in. I kind of like do use the idea of Lucifer through the lens of Satanism and the satanic cult as kind of like a guideline.
Yeah.
Because he's not evil. He's not like going out and burning people and killing people and torturing people. He's encouraging people to chase their dreams, to go after the things that they want. And even in their text, it says not to harm people, not to hurt people, which is something that's very important to me. Like I am a people pleaser. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I've
good.
learned how to tell people to fuck off. But at the same time, I also am very, like, I care very deeply about not hurting people and making choices for myself that do not impede on others' ability.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very heavy on the, like, if we're disagreeing about plans or something, if I like really, really want to do something and I really, really don't want to do the other thing, I will straight up just be like, yeah, babe, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. Maybe another day, maybe another time, but I'm not doing that. And just being a bit more
Life is too short to do things you don't want to do.
right.
Yeah.
And
well,
so
an interesting perspective to that too is that thinking about Lucifer and like as the foil to what a lot of God's rhetoric is being used for, specifically
Right.
here.
Right.
Like God's rhetoric being hateful and limited and restrictive, and Satan being this evil thing that's telling you to do all to like step into your desires, and it's like that's freedom, like is what it is, right? And there's a way to step into your freedoms in a way that is still caring for other people and is still like respectful of other people,
Right.
whereas the foil of what God is supposed to represent, love, freedom, we've had a lot of like religious individuals
on our
podcast,
Yeah.
and when we're talking about God and like queerness and where that fits in that,
Yeah.
the people that we have been on have been like all of God's children, et cetera, et cetera, and that exists within our community. But I think largely, when we're talking about God, we're talking about hating queerness and like hating the freedoms and
That's
like
the
the things that
message
are
that's being-
so beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's just so like such a good foil. Like it is good. Like I think it's like a well constructed, well thought. You know, like sometimes drag queens or like performers or like trans folks who are like in the performing industry just kind of like make a persona and they're like, because it makes me hot. You know what I mean?
I just
and
wanna
there
look
isn't that
sexy.
depth to it.
And
So
I like,
which is fine.
In
like,
a way, it gives me permission to myself. I give myself permission to wear less, to
Yeah.
be more forward with people, to
Right.
try that stunt I wouldn't do in my regular shoes.
And
you
Brae
know
The
what I
Fallen
mean?
is that stunt queen. I
So
can
true.
attest to this after seeing you
at
a few
that show,
times now.
I was like, I have a hard time getting up out of bed.
Babe,
And
I
meanwhile,
just-
she's like,
Look,
Those were her legs.
I was like,
here's the thing: Brae Edwards struggles to get out of bed. Brae the Fallen is out here spreading her legs for whoever will ask. Okay, so she has it on rental. Okay,
I
she
see.
borrows that body and gives it back in the morning. Okay.
Where did that start for you? The acrobatic stunt.
So I started dancing. I was considered obese up until 4th grade. And
I
like,
can't even picture it now.
I know.
'cause
I'm
you are
still in the
so
4th grade.
small.
So I also was considered obese in the 4th grade, and I'm still in the 4th grade.
I was very short. I was 4'8" until like 6th grade when I hit my growth spurt. So I was really short, and I weighed probably about the same that I do now. I was like,
5'8" is short or
4'8".
4'8". Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was like 5'8" is short.
no, I'm
Cut the
5'8"
cameras.
curtain.
We have a
Short King Spring. Short King Spring. So I was 4'8" and like 155 pounds, and like this is where the evil mother comes in. She was very hard on my body and was like, we need to put you in everything. So as a
which
4th
is like
grader,
just how she feels about her body.
well, if you saw my mother, she has at least like 180 on me, at least, and she's shorter than me. And that's neither here nor there, but as you said,
yeah.
it is a reflection of how she feels about her own body. But she signed me up for soccer and flag football and ninjutsu and piano and dance lessons.
Right, and piano makes you very
gymnastics, and
flexible. Yeah.
it was just whatever. And the gymnastics and the dance lessons really stuck. And by the time I was in 5th grade, I had started competitive and like started competing in dance. 6th grade, I started doing like higher level competitions and just started like working my way through. So I started competitive dance like really, really young and did it up until like my early 20s. Like right after graduation, I was still kind of doing it.
Yeah.
And then I took a break. From Michigan, I moved to Florida. And in Florida, I started...
Why would you do that?
More
Because
family friends.
Yeah.
At the time, I was 23 and I was sick of winter. I have such bad seasonal depression.
Yeah, that's so valid.
And Michigan gets
Oh,
the winter
it
here
is
is
so
not-
it is
cold.
not the
Yeah,
same.
I
Yeah,
auditioned
no, that's
there
fair.
in Ann Arbor, and I remember
Oh,
the
Ann Arbor's
icy
where I'm
hills.
from.
Really, it's
That's
so
where I'm
cute.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The downtown area. Oh, so
yeah,
cute.
and like the quad. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
the diag.
But I remember walking up an icy hill in the dead of winter. So.
Yeah, it's bad. It gets there's so much snow. It's wet, and we basically don't get sun from like October until Mayish. Like once April hits, you'll have like a day where the sun peeks out, but it's very overcast. And then like late May, it's like, I guess I should turn on or something. Or like, yeah, and she just decides to come out. But I was like, I want the opposite of this now.
Fair enough.
So I moved, and I also was trying to get as far away from my family as possible.
Fair
So
enough,
at 23, I just like sold what I didn't have, put my cat in a backpack, and put a bag on a plane, and I just
Fair enough. Yeah.
I just moved, and I was there. I moved there in 2019.
Wow.
I moved there in May
Right
of
That is
before
a
the
terrible
pandemic.
time to be in
So then you were
Florida.
stuck. Yeah.
Yep, I moved there in May of 2019. I was like, oh my God, this is great. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, someone made a mistake
Yeah.
on the booking reservation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think
Hey, I'm supposed to be in my hot girl Florida era, and
Yes,
unfortunately,
and unfortunately-
everyone's inside. Well, in Florida, they weren't inside.
Oh no, I
but-
went to Miami
we
during
weren't
the
inside.
pandemic.
We weren't
Nobody was
inside.
inside.
No, we were not.
But what made it stick out to me was like the way people were. It was the consideration. Like, I didn't want to be around the people. The people down in Florida. I had some really good Judy. Shout out my old Messy Mary group. I'm doing a lot of shout outs today. I hope
We're the
that's
Messy
okay.
Marys.
That was like our group. What did we call ourselves? The team. That was it. We called ourselves the team.
Capital T.
Not the A team, just the team.
Right.
We all met and started hanging out because when Hurricane Dorian was hitting Florida, we had a 10-day long circuit party. Basically, it wasn't a real circuit party. It was at somebody's house, but like we were sitting in a pool drinking Fireball and.
But when the rest of the world was in lockdown, like that's amazing.
Yeah, you know, and like I love them. That was fine, but I kind of just took a step back and realized that like that was not the environment. One where like my drag was going to grow.
What was the drag scene like there?
So I have a very firm theory on South drag, and the reason that Southern drag is so pageanty and so like high caliber, not that Northeast drag isn't high caliber, but it's just like there is a difference between a Boston queen and a Houston queen or like a Miami
definitely.
queen. Like if you stack them up, like it's just very pageanty, and I think it's partly to do with it's so hated by people. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it good.
Yeah.
You gotta do it well. And the culture for me was very like, you've been doing this for 3 months and you don't have a beaded rhinestoned $800 costume. Well, babes, that's just the dues you pay. Like, why are you still wearing synthetic units? Like, why? You know what I mean? And just the bar was inaccessible unless you kind of got like grandfathered into it.
Yeah.
So I came up here and I started. I came up here to visit and I performed at a bar.
Which bar?
I don't even want to give them the publicity.
Oh, okay, good. Valid.
It's a bar in
Redacted.
Providence.
In Providence. Oh, okay.
That's okay. We've never been.
You know,
I've been. To the Myrtle, shout out
Yeah.
Dr. Clarinet.
it's a dark woman. You know.
Oh, yes.
The
I've heard of her.
the shady woman.
She's a shady lady.
You know what I mean? The shady woman, yeah. And I moved up here to start performing with them, and that was where I kind of like,
Did you have a drag performing friend that lived in the area?
Nope.
Okay. You were just visiting. yeah.
What?
I messaged all the bars in Rhode Island, that all the bars that were queer and did drag, and I was like, "Hi, I'm gonna be up here for a week. Would you guys hear some videos? Would you guys be open to having me for one of your nights? Blah, 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 blah. I'd love to just."
What was your reception like with the other drag artists in?
The dark lady is the only one that responded,
Okay.
so we'll give them that. You know.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
So from Florida to Rhode Island to now Boston, what are you doing nowadays? How would you define your career and your artistic endeavors currently? Like, what's the goal? What's the dream?
And you know what? That's so funny because I feel like for the first time in drag, my goals are so outside of myself. I really feel like I'm actually doing something with my drag for once, which is crazy because I always wanted to do something with my drag, and I've always, if you look back at like old events that I produce, I've almost always done POC Vogue nights or like POC nights or like just like niche sort of marginalized groups within our community, kind of focusing on like alternative drag, whatever I can kind of sink my teeth into, and it's just never quite like gained the traction or following that I needed it to. And for the first time ever, I genuinely feel like I'm like getting traction. I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm advocating for trans spaces in Boston because we need more of them.
Oh, yeah.
We need more trans spaces, and I will not stop talking about that. It's not like I am so blessed to be the performer that I am, because I feel a lot of times I get a bit of a pass in the sense of, because I'm a Black trans woman, first of all.
You're a what?
Shocker!
Cut the cameras.
Because
You
I'm
said T for T.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you know,
Right.
like
English breakfast.
right, English breakfast for Earl Grey. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Because I'm a Black trans woman, I am the most unwanted but idolized group in the queer community, right? Like, the gays don't want a bunch of trans women at the nightclubs on club nights, right? And
Not this gay.
look,
You're what? Can everyone please just say what they are right
can
from
we
the
just make a
beginning?
list, a comprehensive list?
How long have we been doing this and you're gay? What, now? Just Christ. Sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. There is almost like this expectation of when you go out to a club night that it's going to be white cis gay men.
Yeah.
That's the expectation.
Yeah.
And we have seen, and as many people can kick their feet and make as much noise saying, well, I'm not like that, well, I'm not like that, well, I'm not like that. POC shows and trans shows are getting canceled every other month because of low ticket sales.
Say it louder.
Wake that the fuck up.
Yeah.
During Black History Month, we had an all black cast show get canceled because of low ticket sales. Meanwhile, it's literally just the same performers you see every weekend. It's just they're all in the same show for once.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like the Summer Shack brunches are sold out every week, and the blend brunches are sold out every week. You know what I mean? It's just like, but as soon as we put POC or all trans or whatever on the label, the tickets stop selling. And so my intention is kind of to try to create more events where it's a trans space, trans people are the focus, and guests are encouraged and welcomed because we all do this together,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't not go out to an event because I see that it's not trans.
Yeah.
Why are we avoiding going to events because we see it's trans? There's an etiquette to it, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're a gay man going into a trans space, there's an etiquette to being there.
Right, yeah.
Just as we expect, heterosexual women to have a certain etiquette when they come into our queer spaces,
Well, I was
right?
just saying, like, one thing I was thinking was that, like, specifically with, like, drag performers that are predominantly white, their audience is cis women brunch. Like,
Yeah.
and it's so crazy. That's their money. Like, the
Yeah.
money comes from those brunches.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and it's so wild how celebrated it is. People are like, oh, I just love a drag queen, because then it's like, they're kikiing with gay men. And then as soon as it gets to the actual communities that are being impacted by, like,
Right.
real legislation, real, like, actual things that are on the ground, not that gay men don't, but
Right.
like things that are, and also who invented drag.
Yeah.
Like, when
Queer
we're talking
nightlife,
about
queer history,
ballroom,
rooted.
everything.
Right.
And then cis white women are like, but like, brunch this is so fun. We take out our
Right.
ones, we kiki haha, and it's so funny to have a cis man dress as a woman. Like,
Right.
that is the gig and the gag.
Because that in that space,
The gig and the gag.
queerness is an entertainment value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my focus right now is making queerness a tangible and connective umbrella for us, or like blanket for us. It's a chain for us.
Yeah.
I'm putting trans folks on the poster because we need spaces where we know, hey, this is where, like, I'm currently trying to work on a pride, trans pride, like, circuit party kind
Ooh,
of.
sign me up. When is it?
Because it's so I will say it's June 14th at Dani's Queer Bar. It's T Valley, but it's just my June installation.
Interesting, because I feel like there's been a lot of discourse around Dani's Queer Bar specifically not being, at least from my perspective as like a trans man is that like it is for cis white lesbians and like that is the space. So I'm glad to hear that that's not what it is.
Well,
or that's what it's changing.
I host my all trans tea dance in the basement every single month.
Do you?
Yes,
that's
I
so
do.
nice.
Every Monday?
Every month.
Every month. Okay.
So as of right now, we're on the second Sunday every month.
Okay.
But I just found out that there's another tea dance in Boston that happens on the second Sunday. And they've been doing it there. It's either at Blend or D-Bar. I can't remember. Sorry, I'm so congested because of the allergies.
Oh, yeah, same. No worries.
But once I found that out, I kind of like sent a text to Dani's to be like, hey, I feel really bad that I didn't know this was happening, but I would love to accommodate and move to the first Sunday or something. But as of right now, second Sunday every month at Dani's is Tea
That's
Valley.
fun.
It's a rotating cast, so this month we're doing Oops, All Femmes.
Love it.
This Sunday it's me, Heather Rose, Cece Knight Jones, and Lily Rose Valor.
I love Lily Rose just because every time I see her, she's the sweetest human being. I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah.
She's actually the kindest person.
Yeah, she is.
I love her so much. And for June, I have.
Yeah, because this episode will probably come out in Pride Month.
Oh my God, perfect.
Yeah, so
perfect.
Yeah,
Coming up in June, coming up.
the
news. I have Rusty Hammer, Tequila Cowboy,
yes,
and Douglas Fir. And I'm doing
That is
Douglas
such a
Fir.
good track. That is such a good name.
and I got DJ PJ to DJ for us.
I love DJ PJ.
I love DJ PJ. And I'm calling it Masc for Masquerade. So I'm making it like a all king review masquerade ball because
so
I want
fun.
I feel like all these pride events and after parties are basically just like circuit parties for cis gays to go to. And no shade, but like trans folks cannot navigate cis circuit spaces safely and effectively.
Yeah.
Like it's just not easy or viable. Like you can't tell someone that you're trans while house music is blasting from a speaker in your ear. You know what I mean? Like it's just hard to navigate that kind of space. And so I'm trying to create a space. It doesn't have to be a circuit party, but I almost just want to make a pride party that's a trans pride event where it's like, come and grind on people like the gays do on the street. You know what I mean? Like let's have a space where you can feel encouraged and in making a trans space, anyone who comes into that space knows that you're entering a trans space and there should sort of be a baseline of behavior, expectations. Etiquette, courtesy, you know what I mean?
Right,
So, because for me, I feel like, sorry, I know we've talked in such a loop.
No.
Oh, no.
I was saying I feel like
You're
I get a
connecting
bit
it.
of a pass because I'm a drag performer and people are a fan of me as a performer, so they don't treat me the same way that my non-performer black trans sisters get treated when they go out to Legacy or Club Cafe or Blend or D-Bar. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that because this is not an issue that the spaces, like the owners of these spaces, can handle, right? They could have more trans events. You know what I mean? Like, no shade. We could have more trans events, and you could have me host them.
Ooh.
Just saying.
I've witnessed Brae the Fallen host, and my goodness, so clear, so fun, so engaging with the audience as a host.
True. And like I had never really heard when we were at Sprung when you were talking about like being T for T so like out and proudly. I was like, this might be one of the first times I've heard someone verbalize it out loud in front of other people in a space other than the internet.
No.
And you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, that's so refreshing that this is taking up space. You know what I mean?
Can I just tell you how frustrating? So also looping this back in, Alex and I just started like we've been poly the whole time we were dating.
Ooh, the poly is coming up.
Yeah, we're bringing it all back. We just started sort of like actively dating. So we've both been on dating sites and like Tinder and stuff. Alex has already gone on a date. There's this guy he's talking to. He's really sweet. I met him. He's really nice. He's awesome. He's great. I am sort of spinning my wheels because, for one, as sexually charged as my drag is, I am very demisexual. I can find someone attractive. I can think someone is hot. But, like, in terms of just, like, having sex or, like, opening my body up to somebody. And I can say it candidly and, like, a stuck-up ass. I'm Brae the fucking Fallen. You not just gonna get this cookie.
You ain't getting this baby's
like,
cookie.
You not just gonna get this cookie.
You're stealing a cookie from a baby?
Yeah, you don't steal baby's cookie.
You're not gonna have baby's cookie. Like, I just feel like part of the appeal that I have, or like one of the things that makes me feel so powerful when I am sometimes only separated by a piece of string, you know, like I was literally walking around in a G-string and like basically pasties last night in a slingshot. The only person who's been touching me is Alex. And I think that that is so hot, right? Like, it's one thing when I not to say that this is against anyone who is like this, but for me, I find so much power in being this like strong sexual icon and also being exclusive in a sense. So like I'm not looking to hook up. I'm not looking for like a fuck buddy. I mean, I'm not against a fuck buddy, but you have to be like really fucking cool. We have to be able to hang out. Like I'm looking for someone to come to shows with me and to like, you know, share in certain goals that maybe Alex and I aren't aligned on. And the issue that I've been facing the most, and this is, if I can show you a list of chats where this has happened, like a list. Men are matching me, not reading the very first line of the photo that I have
men
posted.
can read?
Apparently not, girl. I have gotten to
Leah Michelle and men are in the same category of not being able to read.
Koda, can you not read?
No, Leah Michelle. Me.
Oh, Leah Michelle. I thought you said me and Michelle.
Yeah.
Me and Michelle.
Me and Michelle. They match with me. They message me. They'll get to the point of like planning a date, and I now have adopted being like, hey, before we meet up, I don't like surprising anyone. I just want to make sure you've read my profile. Because the very first thing on my profile is, I am a trans woman. Unmatched. Because, or the other thing is, people messaging me, and I just posted a screenshot of this happening. Some dude super liked me, and the very first words out of his, I was about to insult him, but he was actually handsome. Otherwise, we wouldn't have matched.
Damn it! That's the worst.
I'll say what I was gonna say just for the impact of it.
Right.
He opened his thin lips and gnarled mouth
There it is.
to message me and be like, "Hey, sexy lady."
Wait, I saw that screenshot and you posted it to your socials. Well, that was Masc for Mascara with Brae the Fallen. I am.
Roll the credits.
No, because. Did you think that was gonna work? First of all.
But you only get one super like a millennia, right? How does that work?
Unless you're paying for it.
I literally posted. I was like, you would waste your super like on some nonsense like this because you could have said anything under the sun. Did you really think that saying "Hey, sexy lady" was gonna be the one? You're
like,
do you
finally, nobody said that.
I literally was about to say, do you see what I look like? Do you think nobody has ever messaged me like, "Hey, sexy"? Also, no shade. When you message me like that, I already know your pretenses.
Yeah.
You didn't say. Another thing that honestly has become a red flag is when people message me, "Hey, beautiful," which is just like, and I feel so grotesque even talking so flippantly about it, but I'm just like, I'm just over it. Like, one, be original. Two, like, I'm so much more than a pretty face. And three, like, it, to me, shows a lack of interest in who I am. Not to mention me being beautiful or mention me being attractive, but to start off a conversation being like, "Hey, beautiful."
Right, yeah.
Like,
And they're like,
right, they're like,
better.
I ate.
he hits it in the
Holy,
voice chat,
like,
and they're like, yeah.
Like he's sitting there like LeBron J, and I'm like, no, you know. So
Yeah, no.
And then the other side is, or that is the other side. I'm getting fetishized, or like men are, which I mean, no shade. The bitches say they can always
Which is
tell,
a brand, right?
They say they can always tell, but I don't know. So I have some of your husbands in here. So I have some of your baby daddies in here messaging me saying I can always tell and trying to get some of baby's cookie.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Not the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Okay, Samoas.
No.
Oh wait, that's not what they call them anymore.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Brae The Fallen has been canceled on Masc for Mascara.
The cream betweens. But yeah, long story short is if
I was choking on
anybody-
baby's cookie.
If anybody watching this podcast would like to take me out on a date,
And this is where it's like on Instagram. So
Yeah.
just here, let me
jazz.
look the camera in the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm a really sweet girl, and I deserve to be cherished and have a lot of fun. You know, I like doing whatever. You know.
Well, Brae, it's
love
been
this.
amazing having
Oh
you.
my God, wait.
Well, I was looking at the time and I was like, we are two chatty Cathys.
yeah, for sure.
As
We
you
can
should.
go forever.
And I want to make sure to highlight you, your socials, your
yes.
events. We've touched on it a little bit. Is there anything we missed?
Did we get through everything?
We
Did
got through
talk-
all
is
the
there
talking
anything-
points.
Wait, but before I,
I feel
talk
like
about
I have
myself,
so many questions.
Are there
but
any?
we can go
Me
off
too.
record.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
I'll allow you each one burning question that I'll answer.
I've been thinking a lot about Pride Month and demons, and from your
Pride
stories,
Demon Month, you know? Yeah,
Pride
yeah.
Demon Month.
Yeah.
And there's just so many layers to you and your artistry that I've learned today. And so that's what my mind has been rattling through this entire interview is just
I have genuinely thought a lot about the person that I am in drag. I feel like if you ever see me perform, something I almost always do is I always like kick my feet and like I'll go from a really intense performance and then like as I walk off stage I'm like you know what I mean, and it's something I do because I want to humanize myself. Like that was something else I didn't mention. So many guys keep messaging me and being like, I'm intimidated, I'm nervous, and I'm like, ew. First of all, if I'm intimidating you, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I want a man who's gonna take well, you have to, because I am bratty. Alex has literally had to pick me up and put me over his shoulder before.
so we need a man that could pick you up, that has a big
that
squirt
is-
gun.
That is not a wet squirt gun, not a big one.
Oh, okay. It could be any
I mean,
size.
it can be big.
Small squirt gun.
No
No.
squirt gun.
And I'm not exclusively T for T. I just like, if you're gonna be cis, the bar is a little higher. You know what I mean? In terms of like education, awareness,
I
etiquette.
don't know. There's some
like,
trans men that I've met that I'm like, am I being hate crimed? Aren't we on the same team? Like,
no shade. So I also want to make sure this made it on the podcast because I was thinking about this. Stop putting trans men on a pedestal. They're still men, okay, and they're people, okay. Do I think that? Do I usually go into meetings with trans men a little bit more hopeful? Like I baseline expect a little bit more accountability and
No, for
respect
sure.
and like better treatment. Yes, because in a past life you were a woman and you were treated as a woman, and I would expect most people who went through misogyny, being socialized female, would come out the other side and be like, I never want anyone else to feel that ever again. But unfortunately, not everyone is good up here, okay? Some of these walnuts are a little cracked.
it's true.
The squirrels got him.
Okay, some of these pistachios are empty. All right, so stop pedestalizing trans men. Stop infantilizing trans men. Trans men are men, and they are people.
Yeah.
Just had to throw that
And
out
there are a
there.
lot of trans men, even too, that have made me like kind of wonder. I'm like, am I more non-binary? Like, I feel like I perform man in a really, really different way. Obviously from cis men, but especially from other trans men. Yeah. Like, I would consider myself to be more sapphically aligned. Like, I think I am much more feminine in the way I present my masculinity, the way I perform my masculinity. I think it, like, what I wear gives the communicates to people that it's like, boy, man. But I think
Nothing
like
to do with the caterpillar on his lip.
Yes.
right. But like I think that I often get the experience where people are like, "Oh, that's a gay man," because he's like really nice. He like is more aligned with like feminine values. Like he's more in touch with the femininity. And I think like I can step into my femininity much more because of being able to transition and being able to like exist in the body that I feel more aligned with. I feel like I'm more empathetic than I ever was. Like I was a terror as a Masc lesbian. That was bad. Like I should have been put away.
Where?
In a men's prison. Like that was bad. Like I performed masculinity the worst as a Masc lesbian. But since coming out as trans, I was like, oh, like I get it now. Like the performance of gender feels so different now, where it's like I'm just gonna do me and be myself, and people can think whatever they want to think, and it doesn't really matter because like they're not paying my bills. They're at the end of the day,
If they're not paying your bills.
they're not paying my bills, and also I have to go to bed with myself every single night. And so if I'm not,
and you have to wake up and look yourself in the mirror every day and be okay with the decisions you've made and the consequences you reap.
Exactly.
No shade. At the end of the day, any of that other shit, and that's part of why I let my family go, because I was like, I don't wake up to you every day. And as a matter of fact, when I'm like in the pits, struggling, fighting for my life, you're nowhere to be found. And you know who has to answer for those decisions? Me.
Yeah.
I answer for those decisions. So I will, King.
Yeah, you know, like
King
I just,
Daddy.
King
Daddy, Prince,
King
Petite
Koda.
Prince. Yeah, like, but I think that like it's so interesting in the way that like people assume trans folks go from the opposite to the exact opposite, and I was like, actually, like I started here, my mentality was here, and then as soon as I started presenting as what felt most authentic and comfortable, I'm like.
You're
back
like, we're
in
locked
watching
in.
the real L word, and I'm like, we can't be doing this. And I'm like, I have never identified as a lesbian more in my life.
Yeah.
Like now that I have the little caterpillar, tragic, lesbians won't have me. Which
Very
is fine.
big caterpillar.
It's a very thick caterpillar.
Yeah.
Look, it does
Luscious.
its job. It does its job.
Yeah.
I don't get she heard nearly as much because, you know, there are people out there with PCOS and people I think are just trying to catch up and be inclusive, you know?
Yeah.
So they're like, ma'am, and I'm like, and they're like, I'm sorry, I thought it was PCOS, like whatever it is, whatever you identify
you've
as.
actually
I'm
gone
like,
too far into the inclusion circle. Like you've actually lost the plot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, sorry. I also like people with PCOS as a card carrying member in my former days, you know? But it's so interesting just hearing about people stepping into their trans identities and like when you were talking about in your drag and like being a brat and like being in this space, I feel like a lot of performance and femininity is in that way too, where it's like the independent woman like succumbing or like falling to men's power can kind of be hot when you're in control of it.
And you know
like
what?
it's not their idea.
I
like
think that's
does
also
that make sense?
I'm a pretty hard brat to tame.
Yeah.
Like I push the limits pretty far. Like it's taken a little bit for Alex to know when I'm always joking.
Right, yeah.
Like I'm laughing until your hand is on my throat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm laughing until, and honestly, there have literally been times where my feet are not touching the ground and I'm like,
Was that a demon or was that Brae the Fallen?
that's me laughing with my windpipe being squeezed into the size of a straw.
Please leave Brae's windpipe out of your mouth.
And you know what?
Help myself.
I would also like to take this moment to be like, I'm also a top, like pretty exclusively. And Alex and I were just talking about this the other day because we have a really, really beautiful dynamic, and it really, really kind of encapsulates both the femininity and masculinity for both of us. I tell people all the time, I'm at my most divine feminine when this fresh set is on some 6 foot something's back. You know what I mean?
Admiring those
Like,
fingers. Can you describe them for our audience?
So I wanted, these are not Easter nails, okay? I wanted springtime, like, but I like to be unique, and original. That's what you are.
I hear it now. It's stuck in my head.
And so I got these. I really like them. It's actually time for me to get these redone. Anyone who knows me knows that they gotta go.
But they're serving pastel, swirl, springtime, realness.
Thank you.
And yours are serving
Guacamole.
not Coke nails, but guacamole nails.
Guacamole.
I just really love guacamole.
You know?
And mine are serving. I just started digging tulips out of the ground and had to get under my nails to.
Don't zoom in too closely. You'll see the dirt.
No, it's true. I was just at the tulip field earlier before this, and
Wait,
they
Alex,
You
had the
didn't invite
bulbs.
Brae and I for a photo
Alex
shoot?
and I
How
was
dare
in the
you?
tulip field the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's one in Taunton, not too far from my house. It might be in Dayton. I don't know.
Let's go
There's one
frolic.
right there.
Baby
I know,
and
it's across
daddy
the
in the
street.
tulip field. Let's go.
Baby Daddy Tulip Field, and also Baby Prince and the Doctor.
And,
The doctor.
and baby girl.
Baby Girl.
Like,
That's right.
honestly, okay, so there's also, I know I keep saying, okay, one last thing. I have an ex, and he'll know exactly who he is when he sees this. I have an ex who used to call me Brae doll.
That's kind of cool.
It was
Like that's
so hot.
I'd be like,
And no shade.
all right, you get points for that one. That's pretty clever.
No shade. Every now and then I message him and I'm like, hey, how are you? But he lives in Connecticut now, and I'm not driving to Connecticut. Like, no shade.
The car already has
No
too many
shade.
miles.
I'm not.
You're like
No,
Venmo requesting an oil
Yeah.
change.
I'm like, baby, no. But like, one
Not
time,
the fourth one.
one time,
Last week.
I don't know if I should tell you this off camera. This one might not be able to be.
Okay,
bleeped out.
you tell us.
Okay, you might have to bleep this one out. One time I texted him and I was like, I said, cough, cough, I think I need your help. I put the little like asterisk cough, cough. And he was like, oh, what do you need my help with? And I went, cough, cough, the back of my throat is really itchy. I need your help to scratch it.
And what was his response?
Oh, you thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he thought it was funny.
He got out
He
the little
didn't
squirt
drive
gun.
from Connecticut to come see me, which I think is kind of. I think if a girl texts you that, you get in the car and you drive.
Yes.
Okay.
You send the Waze ETA.
I was gonna let him use my uvula like a punching bag for Rocky Balboa. Okay.
I see it.
Ding ding.
My throat was about to be like a water park. Okay.
Ooh, wet, slippery.
Okay. Customer of one, his dick.
We'll keep that in. We just won't keep his name. Yeah.
God, sponsored by Canopy Lake Park. Am I right?
And English breakfast.
I will say, if you do decide to try and date me, I will hit you with some lines. I will make you laugh. I will make you come. I might make you laugh and come at the same time. I have done that.
That sounds a little painful,
Because
but
I will
in a good way. The best way possible.
I'm curious and overstimulated. Also, like I may
the
need to
thing.
go take a quiet moment or have
Comedy
some
is
floor
all
time.
about timing.
Yeah,
Okay? So if you time it right, it's gonna be funny.
that's fair.
And
yeah.
I'm the funniest person I know. And Alex. I'm the funniest person Alex knows. I'm calling that. Anyways,
Why do you want to be poly if you have Alex?
oh,
That's a good question, actually.
oh yeah, no, that is a good
Sent from
question.
the angels above.
So yeah,
God.
without revealing too much of his life, because I mean he's very open about it, but I just won't talk too much about him. There are actually a couple of life goals where Alex and I do not align, and they are very, very important to me. One of them being I want to get married one day. I really, really want to get married. I want to be a bride. I want to. And part of that comes from I know that if I were to, God forbid, die today, my family would probably call me my dead name at my funeral and would not honor the wishes if I was like grievously harmed, or like they wouldn't honor my wishes. They wouldn't treat me the way that I want to be treated in my death. And I also, growing up with such a undefined relationship with your family and not ever feeling like I feel very alone in the world. Sorry, that sounds so sad.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you're not alone. We're here.
I didn't mean it like that. I just, in the sense of like, when things go wrong, I don't call people. I like call in. You know what I mean? When I'm making big decisions, like I ask people, but at the end of the day, it's like my opinion that matters the most. I don't call my mom or like, I love my dad. My dad and I are good. But I didn't grow up with him. He wasn't the main parent in my life. So when I go to him, he's missing a lot of context. So it's very important to me to have those things. I want kids one day, maybe, depending on how the government starts treating trans people in the next 2 years. I may or may not want kids. There are just things I want to do in my life and goals that I have that, like, Alex does not want to get married. He does not want kids. I think for the most part, he pretty much plans on living in New England for like the rest of his life, which he's 40. He'll be 41.
He's what?
Oh my
He's
goodness.
40.
He looks 5 years old.
Baby and a 5-year-old.
That's daddy.
What? I'm actually shocked.
That's daddy.
Because I was like, oh, we're the same age. Like, that's fine. Like, that
No.
makes sense.
That's daddy.
Holy moisturizer,
Drop
Batman.
the skin
Drop
routine.
the skincare routine right now.
1 weekly
That's
shot of
wild.
testosterone.
All right, well, I do
That's
gel.
that's the
so-
skincare.
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Right. Yours is green, and mine is see-through and smells like alcohol.
Ooh.
No, it's bad.
Margarita? Oh.
No, like, my cat goes... Whenever I put it on, she's like disgusted. I'm like, me too, lady.
But yeah, other than that, I also just I have a lot of love to give. I'm a very
feel it.
loving person. Like, I'm very handsy with Alex. I'm very about PDA, and we were recently talking about like how we would navigate when we were out in public with like multiple of our partners. Like if his partner was there and my partner was there, and I'm like, I just hope you know, like, I'm snuggling you both, and I really don't care. Like, whoever's getting the hug at the moment is gonna get. I'm very much the kind of person where I'm gonna grab both of your chins and be like, "Love you, bye." You know what I mean? And like, my nipples got hard.
Oh.
The
Was it
idea-
a ghost or a demon?
No, the idea of that is so cute to me. I'm like, that's my dream. Like, I just want. I don't know. I just have a dream of being loved by multiple men. I have a dream of like having a show and like being carried on stage by all of my partners. And they're all T-boys. Stop. God.
Well, the shortest one's going to have to do something else because you're not going to be able to reach.
Well, my
the-
legs go on his shoulders, right?
Right,
And
right,
then
right.
the rest
Okay,
of them
I see the
carry me,
vision.
the rest of them carry me, you know what I mean?
Or
Right,
the
I see
stool
it.
as you walk off the pedestal.
That, or you could make it, what is it, medieval, where it's like, announcing her royal majesty. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Here
feels
comes
like a good
Brae the
Barker.
Fallen.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And he
Or
comes
like,
with the scroll. And,
Who was
I
it?
don't
Was
know,
it
the
Janet
Barker.
Jackson at the VMAs where she had all the dudes in like the suits and they were like
Oh,
dancing
I
behind
see.
her?
And you said, yes, but also I get to kiss their chins.
But-
both of them.
Chins. Like, grab them by
I'm
the
kissing
chins
their
and
water gun. No.
Can it be Lake Park? Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I love people. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
people. I want more partners.
How did you discover that? Because I feel like I've been monogamous my whole life.
Yeah.
And so I've never really like thought about it, or it challenges like a lot of ideas I think of, like ownership, jealousy. Like
Yeah.
obviously those things still happen. And I have a couple friends that are in poly relationships, have been in poly relationships, and I've never like seen myself in those spaces.
Yeah.
But like I don't know how to be like a better friend to those. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to be a better friend to people who are poly and like more embracing of poly people, because I myself have had a lot of judgment where I'm like, I've never seen a poly relationship work, and I'm like, had to reframe it myself in a way that's like, well, it's working regardless of like the relation, how long
Right.
the relationship lasts.
'Cause
I'm
what's
like,
your definition of
divorces
working?
never
Yeah.
right. Divorces doesn't mean the marriage didn't work. It worked
Right.
until the point that they
Right.
decided that it was over.
And you know, I
So-
think for me, I very much see myself, like, for me, poly is a way to alleviate some of the pressures that I think end a lot of relationships, because it puts more responsibility on you to communicate both with yourself and your partner. I think one thing that people oftentimes get misconstrued is like poly people are not jealous.
Yeah, right.
You actually talk about your jealousy more.
Yeah.
Like Alex just had a date at the house,
Yeah.
and I was there, and like we just
See, I would be ill. I'd be
I'd
like,
be
in the kitchen
eavesdropping
being
around
like,
the corner.
Are either of you hungry? But also,
I mean, it's hard, but
You know, it's
I
tough.
also like there are times and things where like Alex and I just can't be those things. You can't be one person's everything.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I almost feel like relief that, you know, we got in a fight the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad he has tea. Like, I like, get out of my fucking face. Go talk to your boyfriend. Like,
Right,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I was like, so
Yeah.
it's almost just like you wouldn't get jealous over, well, you might get jealous over your friends hanging out with other friends, right? But
Yeah.
for me, it was releasing the sense of ownership or like having the right to someone's time, their attention. I think when I started doing poly, I was really, really not doing it for the right reasons. Because I started doing poly because I was like, well, no one's ever going to love just me. Like, I'm never going to be enough for
right, which
any
is absolutely
person.
not true. Right.
But it is. Just not in the way I was thinking it, right? Like, would you wake up and eat cereal every day for the rest of your life
You
and
can't
be
ask
okay
me
with that?
because I might.
I might too.
I'm a really routine
Kicks.
person, but I
At
understand.
some point,
yeah.
you're gonna want to
I'll switch
have a
cereals.
breakfast sandwich, you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like you're gonna want to switch cereals. You're gonna
Yeah,
want to try different things, and I think that doesn't mean that you don't love Frosted Flakes.
That's true.
You still love Frosted Flakes. It's just today was not the day for Frosted Flakes. You needed a little bit more fruit flavor. You needed it
Yeah.
a little fruitier. You know what I mean?
Well, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of monogamous relationships could learn, even if they decidedly are monogamous, have a lot to learn about communication from poly relationships.
Right.
And like that release of ownership can still exist in monogamous relationships.
Right.
I think that was something I was navigating even in like these past few years because there's so much, I think, expectations, especially on like being a man and what your performance is as a man in a relationship. Mine has typically been with cis women, and like what your place in that relationship looks like
Yeah.
as far as like your emotional vulnerability, like how much you're having discussions, and like these were cis partners, so maybe there was like a expectation gap because I was maybe one of their first trans male partners, so that touch wasn't there with femininity.
Yeah.
But I think about how poly has informed, like looking at my friends with polyamorous relationships has informed me being a better partner in my monogamous relationships. Because I'm like, you're right. You do need the space for your partner to be able to like, we just had an argument, go take your space.
Yeah.
And like, I trust that you will come back.
Yeah.
Right.
And it works until it doesn't work, or we continue to decide that it's going to work.
Yeah.
And like, you continue to choose each other full well knowing you have the complete freedom to go seek other partners, and it's beautiful that you come back to each other anyway.
And I think that
Yeah.
to me is a really big thing too, is that like it feels more like a choice and less of like a contract.
Yeah.
Like I want marriage in the sense of I do want a contract for all of this superficial shit. I want to
Get that
know
prenup.
that for me, I want to know that when I'm in the hospital, you know, someone who has
Visitation
my
rights
best
and
interest is going to be there. When I go to buy a home, I have a partner to do that with. If I want to adopt kids, like my kids have a parent who isn't just me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that is where marriage is important to me.
Yeah.
I don't need you to necessarily come to my bed every single night. I don't necessarily need you to like be with me all the time. I want a partnership, and the only way as a black trans woman for me to have full protection from a partner is to get married. And I very much view it as that, but the beauty in that comes from I need to find a poly partner who is willing to commit to those things and not take advantage of them and still choose to be with me
Yeah.
and participate in our homestead,
Yeah.
you know? And there is a beauty in that, right? Of like being able to have those conversations, being able to have a wider support network, you know? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Like Alex's partner isn't my partner, but he has checked in on like how I'm doing with things. Like he's probably going to come to one of my shows one of these days. Like
Yeah.
he is now part of my support network, whether or not I lean on him more or less, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think that that's something that I very much like to think of poly relationships as friendship networks.
Yeah.
And in that way, I've also ended up treating my friends better. I'm very intimate with my friends. I'm very intimate with my friends, and not physically, because I actually don't like when people touch me. Yeah, that's something I didn't talk about, but like I don't like when people touch me unless like
Unless I
give
put my hand out and you touched it.
it's like
It was an invitation. It
offering,
wasn't.
right.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I give my permission to touch me as like a gate, and so like I give you permission, boom, good. I don't give you permission, bad, very bad.
yeah.
Don't touch me. But like I forgot how I got on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it made you like the
Oh,
friendship
I'm
network.
intimate with
and-
my friends. Yes, I call my friends like my love,
Yeah.
my baby. Like
Oh,
I'm very much
more
like,
babies.
Yeah.
It's a baby
Not
network.
not Bubba.
Oh.
Not my Bubba.
No.
That's my Bubba. That's my man. My man. My baby. Taking me dance. Anyways, yeah. So.
Well, it's nice talking to someone who is part of a poly relationship, because honestly, I don't have very many
really?
friends or acquaintances even that are part of that. So it's been eye-opening for me to learn your story and learn that it's all about just communicating effectively.
Communicating more. Like you need to talk so much more when you're in a poly relationship and be so much less embarrassed, or like be embarrassed but be courageous about it. Own it. Like share it with, because the space is there. If you don't have those hard conversations, that's when resentment and lies and manipulation starts coming in, because you're trying to avoid your feelings. You need to have them out in the open and trust that your partner is going to love and cherish you and have good intentions. And then that person also has to trust that they can share their side of things and kind of meet each other where you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, it's been so nice having you,
Oh,
Brae.
yeah. I'll plug myself now.
Yes,
I'll-
please
yeah,
plug
sorry.
yourself.
So you can follow me, you can tip me, you can find me anywhere that it matters at Brae The Fallen. That's BraeTheFallen on literally anything: Venmo, Cash App, Gmail, Instagram, Facebook. It literally Brae The Fallen. And please come out to. Oh, this won't air before T-Valley before Sunday.
No, unfortunately.
Come
but
out.
June 14th.
Come out to Trans Pride at Dani's Queer Bar. It is going to be T-Valley Masc for Masquerade. Come with your finest circuit party mask, or it's not really a circuit party. I don't know what to call it. We're partying. We're celebrating trans lives. We're celebrating Trans Pride. We're getting hot. We're getting sexy. We're shaking ass. And we're watching the hottest drag queens. Have you guys seen Tequila Cowboy?
Yes, I have. Oh my goodness. And he plays violin. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
So
I've seen it with my own two eyes.
I'm already a fan.
My nipples just got hard again.
It's the violin.
No, I love him so much. He's so hot. I can't. Anyways, yeah, it's Tequila Cowboy, Rusty Cowboy,
Rusty
Tequila Cowboy, Rusty Hammer, Douglas Fur, DJ PJ, and myself. I am gonna be the token femme. I'm gonna be the token femme. I
You're
hope
right,
that's okay.
right where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 14th, I think we're doing 4 to 9. So I
Oh.
usually do 4 to 8 so people can be home in time for bed. But since it's June, we're going to do 4 to 9. Yeah, stay out late.
You're taking work off the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank
guys
you
are
so much,
great.
Brae, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
See, we've got the invitation. We got it. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
I did invite you. You are welcome. Welcome to the gates. The pearly gates.
The pearly gates.
Reporting from
Oh,
the
I love
pearly
it.
gates, I am Dr. Viola Voilà, joined by,
Koda Mehalba.
and thank you to our special guest, Brae The Fallen.
Thank you. Ask me out on a date.
Yes.
Join us next time.
Better than a
That was so good.